Gosh, David Tennant, am I right?
Oh man, I love him. What a guy.
I almost wish there was some kind of format where we could talk about his era and then put which episodes we like better above the ones that we don't like.
Dude, that sounds like some enthralling YouTube and or Spotify watching which people should subscribe to and or follow.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to this week's sales pitch for Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. Why don't we rank some Doctor Who episodes? Roll the intro! Hello and welcome back to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. My name is Troy, his name is Crispy, and we're the hotline that accepts your calls from anywhere in time and space. And Crispy, I gotta tell you, the hotline is buzzing today. It's buzzing.
Oh, it's hot. Oh,
Dude,
it's hot.
It's so hot, I've had to say this 4 times now. Are you feeling like it's Groundhog Day yet?
It's so weird. We've recorded this intro 4 times.
My internet's not really playing ball today, ladies and gentlemen, and I've just rebooted the internet connection, which means it could shut out in the middle of recording, and that'll make for a very interesting edit, but hopefully it doesn't happen. But that's as far as we got. I was trying to make that comment and get all excited, because genuinely, you guys have been calling in your droves once I mentioned that David Tennant was the next one. Maybe it's just that he's a popular Doctor. I never thought people liked David Tennant's Doctor that much, honestly, Crispy.
No, people barely mention him whenever you chat to the general public and mention, hey, have you seen Doctor Who? They go, oh, is that the show with David Tennant?
Yeah.
No,
they always go,
that
take it back to the
popular.
Matt Smith days, he was the best Doctor, you know? And that was it. They never mentioned anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Take me back to the Paul McGann era.
It just makes me sad that, this Doctor clearly he's getting more love now, but he never came back after he left in 2010. He's never returned to Doctor Who, and it's crazy.
No, well, I mean, maybe once in 2013.
Oh, maybe. That would have been a good idea. Maybe they should have done that, yeah.
Or maybe you should have done some, like, Big Finish stuff.
Maybe, yeah, that would have been a good idea too, actually, now I think about it.
Or some stuff for the 60th, perhaps.
The 6th? Oh, yeah. Bring a Doctor back for 60th? Yeah, that could be cool. That could have been cool.
Maybe rock up in a video game with Jodie Whittaker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good point. I like that. It's a shame none of this ever happened.
Yeah, shame, man. Anyway, let's talk about his episodes.
Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. So, we are here, as we said, to discuss David Tennant's era of Doctor Who. Now, as a bit of a precursor, if you didn't watch last week's episode, I mean, if you didn't, shame on you. As we always say, don't skip 9. Never skip...
Nice. Good stuff.
Got caught on my words there. The ghost of Chris Freckleston's haters just possessed my body there. That was crazy. Yeah, don't skip 9 because we talked about Series 1 in great detail. It's very fun to do. But what we're doing, basically, if you're newer to the podcast, is we're going to go back and look over every modern era of Doctor Who, review the episodes, rank them in a tier list, do the usual thing, inspired by the infamous Josh Schneer's YouTube channel. But so many people talking on the Discord for Who's There, which you can join in the link below. And just to recap why we're doing this, because some of the older people, you might remember we did this a few years ago. You might remember we talked about Doctor Who. We do that occasionally on this podcast. But
a lot.
Previously, as you will recall, Crispy, you were there. We talked about every previous series of the modern run of Doctor Who, but it was more of an overall kind of broad stroke thing. We did pick out specific episodes, sure, when they were maybe notably good or fear her, but then beyond that, it was kind of general conversations of series, right? General commentaries, that kind of thing. And also, we weren't doing calls back then. So now we do it as a tier list. Every episode is individual. We can make sure everyone gets a bit of an attention, and also, you guys get to be part of the episode. Who doesn't love a self-insert, Getting to be a part of your favourite media. And we're obviously everyone's favourite media, We're obviously. And that's why everyone's subscribed right now and rated us 5 stars on Spotify. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please.
There you go. Thank you very much. So, we're going to go through some callers. We're going to go through some episodes and discuss the David Tennant era. But one more thing, people in the Discord also did mention, Crispy, just a pitch meeting real quick with you. How do you feel about talking about Classic Who on here at some point? Because people are saying that we might be waiting for a while, and it could be an idea to discuss it.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Of course.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, comment of the week. Comment down below if you would like us to talk about Classic Who on this podcast, and if you do want us to do that, what do you want us to talk about? Specific Doctor? Specific season? Specific span of episodes? Bear in mind, Crispy's seen some now for some of his content. I have seen a couple episodes of Time and the Rani, the first episode of The Twin Dilemma, and a little bit of Robot and a little bit of Unearthly Child. That's it. Oh, and the full Time Warrior. That's the only story I've watched in full.
Oh,
because of Elizabeth Sladen.
Okay, you've seen more than I thought, Troy.
I've seen little spatterings, but not enough to talk about. So let us know what we should talk about. Crispy can no doubt tell me as well, and we'll go over it all then. All right, Crispy.
Cool.
All
Sounds
well,
delicious.
I want to check in with you and see how you're doing, but I think people are waiting long enough. I'll check in with you in a little bit. Maybe we should do that as a little bit of a temperature check later on. We got to start, Crispy, because there are a lot of David Tennant episodes.
We got to get going.
And I've been thinking about how to do this because people are going to be calling in, talking about a lot of episodes. I think we start from the early days, work our ways inwards. What do you think, sir?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. We're just that good at planning these things, folks. So let's start from the beginning. A very good place to start. Okay.
Christmas 2005.
Christmas 2005. Do you feel old? That was 20 years ago.
I wasn't a fan of the show then. You weren't a fan of the show then. I don't know what I was up to in 2005. Gosh,
Christmas 2005?
That's 20 years ago.
Christmas 2005. Do you want to know what I was doing?
What?
My mum bought me a PlayStation 2. That was the day everything changed. Yep.
Wow.
My first video game console. And the first time I played Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, gosh. Oh, dearie.
And look where that went, everyone. For the audio listeners, there's a giant Sonic plushie I got for my birthday, sat up on my bed right now. So, yeah, definitely didn't imprint on me at all. So, yeah, I remember that. I remember that vividly, Crispy. Do you have any other memories you can recall?
Well, I bought a PlayStation 2 for myself.
Good man.
I saved all my pocket money. I got a silver one, and it was the coolest thing on the planet.
Favorite game?
It was awesome. Simpsons Hit and Run, obviously.
Oh, classic, my boy.
Well, probably Sonic, wasn't it?
Well, actually, I don't know. I really liked. I don't know, man. I really liked Simpsons Hit and Run. GTA San Andreas, when I was a little bit older, also quite peak.
I don't think I would have been allowed Grand Theft Auto, but my best friend who lived up the road had Grand Theft Auto 5, and I remember us trying to break into where the jet is, like the airport,
my God,
the military
memories.
airport.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was so good. More than 10 years ago.
Naughty's kids remember breaking into Fort Zancudo to steal a laser jet. Crazy. Crazy.
So
that's enough
cool.
nostalgia tripping. Let's do more nostalgia tripping for 20 years ago. Doctor Who, Christmas Invasion. Crispy, we have got 5 tiers here. Much like last week, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. Top to bottom, best to worst. Are we giving them funny labels this time? Are we calling them Santastic and Antastic, or are we calling them anything else?
They're just
what about
standard.
Savid Tennant, Avid Tennant, Bavid Tennant, Canid Tennant, and David Tennant?
I will do that.
Thank you very much, sir. So I will lead then. Let's go with Christmas Invasion. So the first episode for David Tennant's Doctor, the first Christmas special, introduces the Sycorax, brings back Harriet Jones, and I think the best part of this is it is one of the best dealings with regeneration, because it allows you, because a lot of regenerations, they kind of reset an entire era. You don't very often get anyone staying over between regenerations. The most common other instance of this was 11 to 12 with Clara. But I think this one does it better than Deep Breath, the regeneration themes, because you have Rose, who's clearly infatuated with the Doctor, who is like, I thought I knew him. He's not the same person anymore, and it's dealing with what regeneration actually means and, what's different about the Doctor, what's the same, and I think that's really well explored. Obviously, the downside of which is that David Tennant isn't in the episode quite as much as he could be, but I think what we get of him is fantastic, just to put it bluntly, Crispy. Your thoughts?
So what, you quite like this episode?
I like this episode. I don't know how highly I'd rank it. I don't know how highly I'd rank it.
Do you like this episode more than Deep Breath?
I like how it explores regeneration themes more than Deep Breath, for sure.
Wow.
I don't know if I like it more than Deep Breath, though. Deep Breath is kind of like quite a spectacle episode that I really enjoy.
Okay.
And also it has
this is a weird one. This is a really weird one.
I mean, the Christmas Invasion doesn't have the Doctor going, door, boring, not me, and then hanging his head out a window and going, me!
Yeah.
So,
and the gag with Strax throwing the paper and hitting Clara is like the funniest.
Yeah, Deep Breath clears. It clears.
It's the funniest thing in Doctor Who. But the Christmas Invasion, I think it's an interesting exploration, and it's the first Christmas special. We should mention that. First Christmas special for the new run, and a lot of Doctor Who, apart from the Feast of Stephen or whatever happened in Classic Who. But the Christmas Invasion, it doesn't feature David Tennant a lot, but it does a lot of focus on Rose Tyler, which I appreciate. And it's, her dealing with all of that. So I honestly don't know where I would rate this. It's not one I often go back to. I like the Sycorax. Sycorax are fun. But I honestly have no idea where I would rate this episode at all.
I'm torn between an A and a B for this. Because...
All right, B it is.
you settling with B? I was going to say, I think the thing that really swings this episode for me is the latter act of it. Of David Tennant actually getting into his element and, like, you know, dealing with the Sycorax leader, quoting the Lion King, taking his cane off and being like, you can have someone's eye out with that. The sword fight is an interesting one, but I really like what they do with introducing his doctor, so that's why I'm thinking, like, high B, low A. So if you're thinking B, I'll stick with B.
Yeah.
All right? Then that is how it be.
This is how we do it. Crispy,
I think we should have our first caller.
Oh my gosh, are you sure? Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that. Yes. Thank you very much for referencing John Cena. We need to. We'll have to talk about Peacemaker at some point because it's back and it started good.
Yeah. I've heard that it's exceptional.
Well, I mean, it's James Gunn. Of course, it is.
Here we go. Hello, Samuel from Cybermen Industries.
Hello, I'm Sam, I work at Cybermen Industries, and the David Tennant era, regarded by many as the best in the show's history. Now, you didn't ask for this, but get ready. Bomb, bomb, bomb! Crispy, get your chicken wings at the ready. I've got a hot take for you guys. I think the Series 2 is the best of the Tennant era. I said it, I did. I do love all of them, though, but I think Series 2 is good, and I think Love and Monsters is one of the best episodes in the OG history.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. So we leaping ahead to Series 2, Episode 10 right now.
Whoa.
I'm intrigued. Chicken. I wonder... Comment of the week, number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Can you please rank the David Tennant series best to worst, 2, 3, and 4? Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
I'd love to. Yeah,
because I am probably, least rare opinion in the Doctor Who fandom. I'm of the mind it gets better as it goes on. I love Series 2. Series 3 is a step up. I love Series 3. Series 4 is just peak. It's utter peak.
Yeah, Series 4 is just insanely good.
Yeah.
But I've always had a soft spot for Series 3. But anyway, Love and Monsters is the best.
Right.
Hold on a second.
Let's do it.
Hold on
now,
a second.
This one we definitely did discuss when we did looking back on Series 2. So there may be some repeater points here, but you and I now, we've had this discussion before, and some of the OG listeners know this episode is very, very special to me. It's a favourite of mine growing up with my mum. It got us into ELO, which, as I mentioned, I think on this podcast a few weeks ago, we saw ELO live, which was such a beautiful full circle moment, even if it did unfortunately end up being their final ever live gig.
Their final one, you were saying.
Crazy. But hearing them do Mr. Blue Sky, that's closure I never knew I needed. The episode to me, it's so fascinating because yes, the Absorbaloff was designed by a child who is now a Doctor Who or Sonic YouTuber. So that's
Channel Pup.
Yeah, Channel Pup, which is kind of crazy. He's one of us now.
Strange.
He's one of us.
That's so weird.
But sure, it was designed by a child, but is that bad? I've always thought the Absorbaloff looked pretty fine, pretty good. I mean, the underwear choice is a bit strange. I think it's a little bit weird seeing Peter Kay in a big
I don't think
fat
we've
suit,
talked about that.
and he's just wearing black undies and that's it. There's a little bit of a strange, you kind of almost oh fella, put some clothes on, my boy. It looks almost a bit more uncanny than a Slitheen. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because it's a human face, it looks a bit stranger. Whereas the Slitheen is just this big tube head thing with big eyes, we are the Slitheen. But the episode, I really like it, the grounded nature of the Rusty Davies first era. We've said this a lot, that kind of ground level, domestic angle. And I think this is one episode where you really see that a lot. And I think it gives Jackie's actor, Camille Kaduri, is that how you say her name, I think? Gives her quite a bit to chew on. And I love, you get to see her character development through, the 2 series of this is what you become hard because you're looking out for Rose and the Doctor. And having Mark Warren, who's just a great actor anyway in the UK, leading this with a pretty good ensemble cast with Linda. There's just some really just interesting stuff to hear, connecting the big moments of the last 2 series where invasions have impacted the population, how that is from a street level, and then dealing with that, trying to find the Doctor having a monster. It's a really special episode to me. I know I'm going to get kickback on this, but I want to put it in A. It's not S tier. I understand it's not S tier. I get that. I'm willing to budge on that. My mum probably wouldn't be, She'll probably be screaming at me to say put it in S because she loves it as much as I do. But
wow,
I want to put it in A because I love it dearly.
So funny.
Crispy, fight.
This is often called one of the worst episodes of Doctor Who ever.
Crazy how everyone's wrong about that, but anyway.
But I mean, in all fairness, I did watch this in cinemas with my girlfriend, my beautiful girlfriend, and we had a lovely date night. And she was like, "Yeah, that's awesome." She's like, "Yeah, that's incredible. It's better than Space Babies." So,
and she looked over to you at the end of it, and she said, "Would you still love me if I was a pavement slab?"
She couldn't believe that. that
is one reason I'm willing to not put it in S tier, because we've even got a bit of a love life. Was pushing it, Russ. It was pushing it.
I think it's quite strong until the final act, and then things don't like really line up as well or land as well as they could.
Okay.
But as far as a Dr. Light episode, it's an interesting perspective, and you know, having this group of people that are kind of like obsessed with you know, finding the Doctor and all. I don't know. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting, and screw it. Let's chuck it an A. Why not? It's our podcast. Why not?
I can't wait till everyone unsubscribes now because of this reaction.
Yeah.
But listen, it's all about opinions.
This is early.
It's all about opinions, and
it really it shouldn't be there. It should be C. But
Crispy,
whatever.
Don't ruin a good thing here. You've done good. Okay, don't ruin a good thing.
We've done good.
Just like last time, we will link the tier list in the description of the podcast episode on YouTube at the very least. I was a little late to put it on the Chris Ferguson one, but I did put it in there eventually. So do let us know. Do your rankings. Tag us on Twitter and Instagram at Who's There DW. We'll have a look at your rankings, see what you say. Crispy, let's go back to the beginning of Series 2. Let's carry on. I like doing things in order when the calls aren't disturbing us with very good takes. Thank you very much, Sam from Cybermen Industries. New Earth, your thoughts?
Never been a fan of this one.
I'm not a fan of it, but it is one of my least favourite openers of Doctor Who. It's not even a bad episode. Like, it's not like Robot Revolution where it feels like a chore to get through it, because that episode, in a lot of ways, I've got to be honest, it doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't.
Yeah. It
does make me laugh that everyone complains about Reality War for Season 2, and I'm sat here like, Robot Revolution, mate, what was that? What was that? But as I know I've said this before, there will be some recurring things we've said in places, but I love what they do with Cassandra here. It is crazy that a villain that we would, I think as a fandom, had no interest in coming back, comes back, and they do her better almost. Like, they explore her humanity more, and there's something really beautiful about that. But everything else just feels a little bit like, I don't know, surface level? I don't know. There's not much depth to the story or the characters.
It's just fine. It's a fine opener. It kind of sets up the romance between the Rose Dala and the Doctor.
Says South African Crispy Pro.
South African Crispy. Well, I mean, I suppose it doesn't really set it up. I feel like people have been on record being like, oh, you know, they loved each other when it was Chris and Billy, you know, the Rose and Nine. And then as soon as you get beautiful David Tennant in there, it's hard not to fall in love. Am I right? Am I right,
careful,
everyone?
That suggests Chris Ferguson isn't beautiful.
Oh, no, he is. He absolutely is. I'm just saying. That if I suddenly turned into David Tennant, I don't know what would happen.
All it took was that spiky hair, and she was all over him. Although it technically was Cassandra. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, that's true. That's true. In this episode, yes.
All right, Crispy, let's play a game. I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, and then where we would normally say go, we say the letter it's going in. You ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, C.
B.
Oh.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm happy to go with C.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, a lot of noises here. I think I would watch Christmas Invasion
Love
over
and
New Earth.
Monsters in A is insane.
I don't care.
That is
I don't
insane.
care.
That is insane. All right,
I want to stick with C.
Okay, we've stuck it with C.
There we go. Tooth and Claw, Crispy.
But just to report that Love and Monsters is in the lead.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. It won't last. Within 3 episode picks or something else, if a caller puts in something before that will change. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Tooth and Claw, Crispy.
What about it?
I also love this episode.
So do I.
Don't know about ranking it objectively, but this one and Lazarus Experiment were like 2 episodes I went back to so much as a kid. I think it's because I really liked the kind of episodes where something would turn into a monster and you could see the transformation, and then afterwards, like, the transformation bit, maybe it's just the love of, like, visual effects or something, but I loved seeing that be done on screen. Like, I don't
terrifying.
know. Like, when I was younger, there was one film I saw when I was younger that I absolutely should not have done, which was An American Werewolf in London. And I know one thing I loved about that film was the transformation into the werewolf. That was like a thing I would watch over and over again because I loved the visual effects of that specifically. So I think there's like something about that as a kid. I just really loved seeing those kind of transformation effects. But it's just a fun episode, Crispy. What do you think?
It is a fun episode. It is a very fun episode. It scared the bejesus out of me when I watched it for the first time. There's something about just when they wear black contacts, like just fully like blacked out eyes, will always be scary to me, no matter what the medium is. Like that's, even like, Halloween Fright Nights at a theme park or something, and someone's wearing those. I go, ooh.
Have you watched the music video for Pompeii by Bastille?
No, I haven't.
I'm going to send you that.
There?
You'll love it.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. But I mean, yeah, it's fun. It's a fun, kind of Scooby-Doo-esque. We're running through corridors, being chased by a werewolf. It's great.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's just better than your stock standard Doctor Who, I think. I feel like it's a very safe. It's a safe episode of Doctor Who. If you chuck this on, you're not gonna have a bad time.
And there's some good humour. I like that David gets to spend some time in his native accent. Queen Victoria is an interesting backing character.
True.
I still always find it funny how the episode opens. I feel like occasionally I forget, there's this random CW ass, like, ninja fighting thing at the start that's so
funny.
strange.
I forgot about that. That's weird. Yeah. That is weird.
But, okay, should we do the 3, 2, 1 ranking again?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, A.
B.
Oh. See, I'm thinking low A. But I do really like this episode.
Okay, yeah, no, it's good.
Let's hang on. You keep budging to my rankings, Crispy. I wanna listen to yours a bit more. Why are you think B?
I like the narrative that Love of Monsters is gonna win this thing.
Okay, we'll put it underneath Love of Monsters and it'll continue for now. Should we have a caller, Crispy?
Yeah, for sure, man. We can do whatever you want. It's your life, man. It's up to you.
And it's now or never?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna live forever.
I can live forever. Yep, that's the one.
Can we live forever, please?
This is. Let me have a look. We got so many calls here, man. It's hard to figure out who I want to talk to.
There are a lot of callers. I think there's like 20 to 25 of you lot. So thank you very much.
Let's listen to Jack. Hello, Jack.
Hello, Crispy. Hello, Troy. I think my favourite episode of David Tennant's run are The Impossible Planet and The Satan Pit, or School Reunion, or Silence of the Library, Clash of the Dead. But I think overall, I don't like much of David Tennant's tenure, and if I'm going to rewatch an episode, it certainly wouldn't be a David Tennant episode.
Whoa. Crispy, keep the chicken out, because that's a hot take.
David Tennant haters exist?
I honestly didn't believe that the rumors were true.
No, they can't be. This is rocking the very foundation of my heart, Crispy.
Oh, mate. That's beautiful. If you were writing a song, say you're rocking the foundation of my heart. That's incredible.
Thanks, man. Actually, yeah, that was quite cool. Speaking of rocks, it's the thing.
Poetic. Okay.
Do you see that? I realised I had a Fantastic Four poster on my door for ages and never pointed it out. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So, very much agreed on Silence of the Library, Forest of the Dead, but I feel like we're jumping a bit far ahead there, so we'll leave that one for now.
We're too far ahead in the timeline.
Yeah,
we're like the Flash and Batman v Superman.
You're rocking the foundations of this podcast plan.
Yeah.
But School Reunion, I mean, that's the next episode. They also mentioned Impossible Planet. We'll get to that in a minute. But School Reunion is one of his favourites. Where do you sit on School Reunion, Crispy?
I love this episode. I don't think the plot is necessarily as good as, say, Your Tooth and Claw, but the fact that we get Sarah Jane Smith back, Elizabeth Sladen, I mean, come on.
Elizabeth Sladen is phenomenal. Like, that's enough to make the episode great. I mean, the whole cracking the Scasis paradigm thing, it's like... It's just... that's not even a Deus Ex Machina. It's just like it's just a plot device. It is literally just a plot device. We are doing this weird universal code cracking thing because we want to do it. Why? Don't ask questions. Well, I mean, they do actually explain it, but it is very much a kind of, we need a plot here kind of thing. Like, most things in Doctor Who, I can kind of go, oh, that's interesting. This one, I'm like, all right, sure, yeah, building blocks of life, whatever, if you want. I mean, whatever. You know, what were you taking when you wrote this? I want some, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, it's perfectly fine, but, like, what is done with Elizabeth Sladen, I think, is fantastic, and I love the relationship between her and Rose, the kind of jealousy that becomes camaraderie. Oh. It's so well done. It writes
itself.
And
I
Mickey,
mean, that's just perfect.
I actually like some of Mickey's stuff in this, where he's like, you know, like so the Mrs. and the X, Welcome to Every Man's Worst Nightmare, that kind of thing. I'm like, oh, there's some good stuff there. There's some good stuff.
Fun. It's fun. You can see that David is genuinely like fanboying out at you know being there with Elizabeth. So, and I mean, K9's fantastic in this, but I will say one of the strongest thing I think this episode has going for it. And I just wish I would have, you know, started watching Doctor Who in 2006, is that it's set at a school. I think if I was a fan of Doctor Who at this point, you know, during my childhood and I saw an episode of Doctor Who set at a school, I think that would have been it and a bit for me. I love that kind of stuff. A lot of the shows that I watched back then kind of were set at a school. They had like Am I High, you know, that like...
Oh my god, Am I High?
Do you remember that?
I remember it. Never watched it, but I remember that existing.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed that. I mean, there's so many shows that I kind of like set at a school.
Sarah Jane Adventures. That's why that works so well.
Sarah Jane Adventures, of course. Yeah, I mean, I'm always a fan of that kind of stuff, and I just feel like as a kid, like I eventually watched this episode of Doctor Who whilst I was still at school, and I thought it was the coolest thing. So
again,
I like that.
Self-insert. Who doesn't love him?
Exactly.
I get a big grin of pride every time I see Sontarans marching through Liverpool in Flux. I'm like, that's
true.
That's my city. It's mine.
I love it when the Cybermen are going through, you know, Brisbane, but no, they never did. They never did.
One day they will, Crispy. We'll make it happen.
They're never gonna come out here. They're
it's
gonna
fine.
green
We'll
screen.
buy a Cyberman suit. We'll band together. We'll buy a Cyberman suit and we'll march it through Brisbane.
We got a green screened opera house in the pilot, and that's it.
Okay, well, they
filmed in South Africa to make it look like the Australian outback in Spyfall. Anyway.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yes,
I forgot that. Yeah. Okay, so where are you thinking? You pick School Reunion. I see you put Tooth and Claw into B in the end. So where's School Reunion going?
It's going in the A.
Oh, you're putting it above Love and Monsters. What a shit! What a cardinal sin.
It has to
win,
right?
I agree.
It has to win.
No, I agree.
Purely for Sarah Jane.
All right, can we get another easy one out of the way?
What?
The best episode of Series 2. Easily the highest rated one we're going to do for a while.
We didn't even need to talk about it.
Girl in the Fireplace. That episode will make me cry every time. Genuinely. One of Maury Gold's best pieces of music, Madame de Pompadour. Easily. Like, it's just a gorgeous piece of music. It's so well written. It is just Stephen Moffat, like... It's almost like he saw how well Empty Child was reviewed and was like, yeah, I can do that again, and then actually did it again. He was like, I can just ace this, and then just kept acing it over and over. It's no wonder he took over.
Yeah, it's strange for a writer to be that consistent.
Yeah.
Like, Moffat was like, yeah, it's time to lock in, I suppose.
Him and Paul Cornell are like the kings of Doctor Who locking in, but Moffat gets more credit because he did more stories. Of course, if Paul Cornell had done more, there's no guarantee it'd have been the same standard, but I like to believe in my heart of hearts it would have been, because that man's writing is phenomenal. But Moffat proved every series he could deliver an absolute masterpiece.
He's just unreal. This is quite a dark story. It's also a love story. It's a very, you know, flirtatious story. It also kind of, you know, parallels his Series 5 being like, oh, I met this person when they were younger, and then I rocked up later in their time stream, and they had been thinking about me for however many years.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's beautiful parallels. The Clockwork Droids themselves, terrifying, great,
and some like
beautiful stuff.
You know, almost like daytime version of body horror, technically, like Hearts in the Ships, like cameras made of eyeballs, and the idea, you know, they actually want her brain, but only when she's the same age as the ship. Like, it's a really clever way of like writing around using human parts.
And horrifying.
Like, genuinely horrifying.
They're like, what smells like barbecue? Yuck.
Some good, and like, some good writing in there. What's a horse doing on a spaceship? Mickey, what's pre-revolutionary France doing on a spaceship? Get a little perspective.
Yeah.
Like, it's just some great stuff. Some great stuff. So yeah, easy.
It's also very funny. It's just it's an unbelievably enjoyable episode of Doctor Who. It's got everything you need.
Barney wants to say that's Moffat's best episode in RTD1. It probably isn't, but like,
ooh,
and I know because you're going up against Blink, you're going up against Science of the Library. I get it, but like, I just look at this episode and I think,
like,
man,
all of them are bangers. Like, yeah. There's not one miss.
It's just there's something so special about that episode. Maybe it's the combination of the writing and the music. The music
itself is standout.
It's not to say the music isn't great in his other episodes in RTD1, but I think it's that association, especially of the scene of the Doctor getting there too late right after Renette's died, and that music kicking in and it just not stopping. Every time it gets me. Every time. It's just incredible.
It's beautiful. It's truly a beautiful story.
Crispy, do you want to talk about Cybus Industries?
like where Sam works?
Where Sam works?
Samuel?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy to talk about the Cybermen.
How do you feel about Rise of the Cybermen and the Age of Steel, the first two-parter of the David Tennant era?
Myself, personally, Crispy, speaking from the heart here,
I would like that.
I love a parallel universe, man. I love the idea of a parallel world where everything is kind of the same but slightly different.
Yep.
I think that's so cool. The Cybermen, this is the first time we see them in New Who. And in New Who.
We are children.
And I think the design is fantastic. I don't know, I really enjoy this, but I will say the use of, I don't know, the two-part formula I think kind of works in this one. Maybe it should have been a one-parter. I don't know. I like the ragtag group that they have going with like Ricky and Mickey or whatever, and that there's one of the most like heartbreaking death scenes is, I can't remember her name.
Mrs. Moore.
Remember the late, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my word.
Yeah, because it's such a sudden, unexpected one. But also the Cybermen that they kill right before that, and she's like, he's not supposed to see me before my wedding day. I feel so cold. Like that's particularly depressing.
There's some really, really dark stuff, and
I feel like,
it's horrible.
As an episode overall, the first part, Rise of Cybermen's probably better. But the Age of Steel, for moments like that, and also I think they do kind of sell the terror of the Cybermen, and how just because they only really like walk or power walk doesn't mean they can't catch up on you. That's really well done. And I also love the closing 10 minutes, destroying the Cybermen base and having like John Lumick chasing after them. It's like the tension in that I really love. There's some good stuff there.
Yeah,
so,
agreed.
I really don't know where I'd rank these, and I kind of want to defer to you to help me here because I really don't know where I position these.
Okay, okay. I'm thinking B. I'm thinking just B.
For both of them?
For both. I think they both have pros and cons to them.
So you would say right now they are of a similar stead to Tooth and Claw and the Christmas Invasion, but not the same level as School Reunion.
Yeah, and Laughing Monsters.
Again, that's a nostalgia one and a personal meaning one, so don't need to take that one quite as seriously, but...
That's throwing everything off.
I don't care, mate. I like a little bit of chaos in my Doctor Who.
What? Do you want to put Rise in A and then
this is the thing,
B?
because like, again, I feel like they're probably on similar levels, because even though maybe Rise of Cybermen's a better episode consistency-wise right the way through, Age of Steel has some really good moments in it that stand out, and that kind of improves it for me. So I don't know. I kind of want to put them in A, but I could understand putting them in B. I don't know. Pick for me, Crispy. I can't decide. I will just have to trust your judgment.
I'm gonna put Rise in A and Age in B.
I can back that. At least put Age at the front, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, good man.
That's what's gonna happen here, folks. Okay?
I'll accept that.
Fight it in the comments below.
I'll accept that. But let's find out if our callers do, Crispy. Any caller? Anyone you wanna play out on the podcast?
I've got too many screens going. I can barely find my mouse. Red Archer Life.
Yeah, he was doing that in the middle of one of my disconnections. He just did the long song from Series 7, but saying Troy Red Archer Live.
Red Archer Life. Red Archer Life. Oh gosh. I mean, we have a lot of calls here, but I'm just trying to see the best of the best.
Okay, pick the third one you're looking at right now.
Oh my gosh, wait. Wait, what? Oh no. No, there's too many. There's too many. It's
What do you mean?
overwhelming. There's too many calls.
You're not going to pick one?
Nah.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Well,
I mean, gosh, Troy, there's too many.
pick the third one. Whatever the third one is right now, pick it.
Okay, fine.
This is going to disregard the finales and the obvious top episodes. I'd probably say The Waters of Mars, The Unicorn and the Wasp. Probably go for Voyage of the Damned. And probably my favourite out of the lot would be Tooth and Claw. That's obviously disregarding all the good ones like Blame, Girl in the Fireplace, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, hope you're all good.
The Moffat scripts.
Yeah, some good picks there.
That's excluding the Moffat scripts, of course.
There's some good picks, Crispy. Tooth and Claw, though, ranking as one of the best ones. Maybe we should put it higher than B, Crispy.
Hey, maybe. Nah.
Well, listen, man. Listen. I'm trying here. I'm trying, okay? Oh, and so is your computer. Ba-doom.
Did you hear that?
This is going well. It's going very, very well.
It's going very well.
Okay. Next up on the list, then. We've got to just go in order. I mean, one of our previous callers did bring out Impossible Planet and Satan Pit. We're almost there. We're almost there. Idiot's Lantern, Crispy.
Oh.
Do you feel like an idiot bringing this one up? Or are you about to light up this podcast with your thoughts?
Nice.
Thanks.
It's
Hungry!
It's a good one. It's hungry. Feed me.
I did not like the way you just did that. That sounded wrong.
Have you seen the movie Longlegs?
No. I think my mum might have, but I've not.
With Nicolas Cage? There's a scene in that where he's driving along the road and he goes, Mummy! Daddy! And it always reminds me of Feed me!
I'm going to have to keep an ear out for that now when I watch that film.
It's a truly horrifying moment, but in the back of my head I was like, oh, it's the Idiot's Lantern, of course.
It's that classic meme, how can I make this about Doctor Who?
yeah, of course. It's become part of my life. Idiot's Lantern, it's a fine story. I enjoy the idea of, using a coronation where all eyes are glued to the TV, being actually glued to the TV is that's the pitch. That's the elevator pitch for the episode.
It feels like if you read that out to me and then said Mark Gatiss wrote this, I don't know how I know this, but I just feel like I would go, yeah, that sounds right for Mark Gatiss.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fantastic Four Zone. I can't explain it, but I just feel like, yeah, that sounds like a Mark Gatiss episode. I don't know. Just feels like something he'd write. And that's not a criticism, by the way. Like, I like his writing. This another one, weirdly, was another one of my soft spot episodes as a kid. I would watch this one a lot.
Yeah, I like this one. I enjoyed going back to this one. I feel like
watching this one back compared to Tooth and Claw. I don't know why I liked this one quite as much. I have less to back it up, but as you said, I like the idea of the being glued to the screen thing. And there's a bit more of a domestic thing. I love Rose stripping down Mr. Connolly, being like, put the flags up yourself, blah, 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 and especially the Union flag, Union Jack moment. There's just that little exchange where she picks up that it's only a Union Jack when it's at sea, and the little quiet Union flag. Mum went out with a sailor. I bet she did. It's just so good. It's just so good. Just that dynamic is just fantastic.
By this point in the series, the dynamic's very good.
Yeah, but I would back this one not being quite as strong as the rest, or a lot of them. So I am feeling a B for this, Crispy.
You feeling a B?
I'm feeling a B, a low B.
Okay, excellent. Oh no, I'll accept that. I thought you were going to go C, and I was like, I think it should be in a B.
Yeah, I don't think it's C. Porn you were, just sat on its own. Maybe not for long. Anyway, we know what's coming soon.
For the Idiot's Lantern, I loved the faceless effect that they did when they have no features
that was good.
Like it's really well done for 2006.
And same with the werewolf.
I think it's prosthetic. I don't know if that's CGI.
I don't know if it could be prosthetic because, imagine, surely health and safety-wise, prosthetic over someone's face, that can't be...
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh.
Don't we go moving it. But yeah, no, I meant to bring that up earlier with Tooth and Claw, especially when we did my most recent rewatch, because we've only just finished Series 2. The werewolf transformation as well, I think, actually holds up, more than even Lazarus does next year. Because Lazarus, I know that gets complaints. I get it, whatever. But looking at the werewolf, I couldn't see many cracks or anything where I thought, this looks dated. I was like, this is pretty damn good, like, even now, on, like, as a 480p piece of television that isn't even HD, that looks good. Like, it looks good, I think. So, Series 2 on the visual front, I think it did pretty well, mate. I think it did pretty well.
Yeah, they did.
But you know what else does pretty well?
What?
Our friendship. Just want to check in. How you doing, man? How's life?
Yeah, I'm good.
We didn't check in earlier. You been up to anything fun?
I DJ'd a 60th birthday on Saturday night.
Ooh.
Which was pretty cool.
That's exciting.
Pretty cool.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean, I had a great time. That was good. And then tonight, do you know who Auntie Donna are?
I feel like I know the name.
You ever heard? Oh, that'd be crazy if you have. They're a Melbourne-based comedy trio, and I'm seeing them tonight with my mates, which will be good.
Oh,
we're front
enjoy.
row.
That'll be
front
lovely.
row, which will be exciting.
Are they the kind of comedy shit that like pick up people on the front row?
I think so.
Oh, I love that. I love when people do that. It's so
I'm very
fun.
nervous. I'm very, very nervous. But they're ridiculous. So that's what's going on with me. What's going on with you?
Cool. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. You know, I've been up to a few things. Maybe, I went to see a very exciting and very popular film at the weekend, but maybe I'll mention that at the start of next week's episode because I do want to talk about it a bit. But maybe what's more relevant, Crispy, to this podcast in the middle of the episode is this bad boy right here.
Oh.
What is this?
What? This a TARDIS? What is that?
It is the 15th Doctor's TARDIS, the new figure
is it not
for
just
the 6-inch
Jodie's
figure range.
I didn't realise that this is like a new thing.
It is brand new.
Happening?
As is. Struggle.mp3. Here we go. This as well.
Oh, what? What is going on?
The Execution of Daleks from Eve of the Daleks with the minigun arms.
Oh.
These two sets were brand new and came out in B&M in the UK. Took a while to get officially announced, but much like a lot of Doctor Who figures, very hard to get hold of because they just show up in stores and someone can turn them up and buy all of them if they want to. But Daleks, not so hard to find after going to a few B&M stores. TARDIS, absolute nightmare to find this thing. Nightmare.
Wow.
Fella. Like, it turned up in some stores and sold out. You had to go on the right day to make sure you got it, and also just hope people it hadn't sold out, like, as soon as it had come in. I was fortunate enough to manage to get two of these because my mum wanted one, and both, ironically, were from the same store. We haven't seen it in any other store. There's one in Liverpool. There was one left when I got mine, and I just happened to check again a few days ago, and there was one left again, and I went, Mum, got you the TARDIS you wanted. She was like, cheers. So, there you go. Very
Are you
cool.
going to take it out of the box?
See, this is the thing. I would love to get one more of these to take out of the box. Like, I wouldn't buy them to sell them, but I'm kind of like, I don't want to own too many because people are already trying to hunt for these. But if I do find one, I may end up copying one more because I like having them in the box because I have some of the figures in the box. But I do want to take one out for this specifically because you open it and you can see the 15th Doctor's like TARDIS interior. It's like lights and sounds apparently as well, and I would like to do that. But I like it being in a box as well. So I'll see if I can find one more, and if I can, maybe I'll get one more and
looks
unbox
nice.
it. I ain't doing no eBay scalping. I'm not that guy. But if I don't, maybe I'll just take the one out of the box eventually as well. Who knows? So there you go. I've been hunting.
Nice.
I've been
Nicely
hunting.
done.
Thank you. You know, and after I escaped my own Satan pit of TARDIS hunting, we go into the Doctor Who Satan pit and the Impossible Planet.
Oh, much like Jonah did.
Oh, Jonah.
Hey guys, this era is my favourite, along with Peter Capaldi's. So, yeah, I mean, there's some incredible episodes in this era. I think the best ones tend to be the two-parters. Like, I think the three I would point out is Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit, Silence in the Library Forest of the Dead, and The End of Time.
Wow.
Very nice.
Good spread as well. Look at that.
Excellent.
So, he thinks that Impossible Planet and Satan Pits are the best David Tennant Doctor Who. Crispy, do you share that opinion?
Yeah, I mean, these stories are dark. These are dark stories. We're dealing with the devil's work here, but very compelling, very scary. The Ood are horrifying in this.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know. These stories have a lot going for them. The orange spacesuit as well.
Oh, the infamous spacesuit.
The infamous spacesuit that left a legacy.
That Shooty wasn't able to fulfill.
Yeah, that Shooty, of course, never got to face the Daleks, Cybermen, Master, and of course wear the orange spacesuit.
He didn't face any key characters. He didn't face the Daleks or the Cybermen or the Master or the orange spacesuit.
Or the orange spacesuit.
The most infamous Doctor Who villain of them all.
The big four. The big four.
The big four. Oh man!
But look, I mean, the people love them. I don't actually find myself revisiting these ones that often, but when I do watch them, I have a great time with them. But they're not my favorite. They're actually not my favorite by any means, but they are good.
I think they're very, very strong episodes. I don't know. Oh, are they some of my favorites of the series? I don't know. Maybe. I really like the tension of these episodes. I really like the tension of the Ood and of Toby with the possession. But especially there's a scene in the opening half of the Satan Pit where they're like kind of talking directly with the Beast, like through the Ood, while Tennant and Ida are still in the yellow pod. There's some really good stuff there, and the first whispers of like Rose, dying in battle kind of thing.
Yeah, the foreshadowing.
There's some really good stuff in here. There's some really good stuff. And I just think the setting is quite cool too. On a planet that shouldn't exist, it should be sucked into a black hole, it's just held in place. And, the idea of dealing with, someone who maybe began the whole thing of the devil, maybe didn't, who knows. But like kind of dealing with that form of evil is really interesting as well. So, I don't know. I'm stuck between S and A for this. I don't know. Crispy.
I'm gonna go for an S.
You're gonna go for an S? I'll back it.
I think they are like they're pretty sensational episodes of Doctor Who, but
yeah, you're right. I'm back in S. I think below Girl in the Fireplace, but S tier.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's a good idea that we did that because sometimes we have the very strong episodes. Sometimes we have Fear Her. Crispy. Oh, you're just leaping in. Let go of it. Go on, let go. Drop it in. He's put it in D tier, ladies and gentlemen. Crispy, please explain why.
So, Army of Ghosts, Doomsday, what do we think?
Oh, mate, S tier. Get them both in there.
I don't want to talk. Fear Her, I'm not a fan of. But Army of Ghosts, Doomsday, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Fear Her... I can understand why people enjoy this. There's an interesting concept in there of people being trapped inside drawings.
Of course.
Yes, sure, absolutely. I do not think Chloe Webber is an interesting character in the slightest.
No.
I also don't want to speak bad on child actors because they're child actors. I just have never been sold their performance. Not to say it's bad. I don't ever go, Chloe Webber really impressed me. Like, I'm very much kind of middle of the road here. She didn't stand out as a character to me. Not new. The actress's fault might be the writing, I think, more than anything. I was never sold on her, and she's a very key part of this episode. And I think because I'm not invested in that character, I don't care about a lot of the plot. And I also really don't love the pacing. I think it's really strange that they deal with this Isolus thing. It's pretty much wrapped up, and then the drawing still tries to come to life upstairs. I've always found that a little bit jarring, that the pacing builds up, it's resolved. Oh, but there's a bit more build up, then it's quickly wrapped again. And it feels like it was tacked on to finish off the runtime, or things weren't balanced very well.
Yeah.
I think the most cheesy thing and the most enjoyable thing is David Tennant with the Olympic torch. There's just something really stupidly campy cheesy about that I do enjoy. But I just... Maybe its reputation is worse than it actually is. Like, it makes it out to be worse than it is, because, like I said, there's some good concepts. But if you ask me to rank my least favourite episode of this series and of David Tennant's era, it's going to be Fear Her. And there's not going to be a question there. So, I feel like if we didn't put it in D tier...
Agreed.
It's just a bit of a strange choice with everything else we're going to balance out here. It's not New Earth level, it's weaker.
Yeah, no, it's way weak, and like even as a kid, I was like, the Scribble Monster's a bit silly.
It is a bit goofy.
It's like,
although I did love the effect of him rubbing it out with the pencil and being like, it's graphite. Like I did kind of go, oh, that's cool.
But, yeah, I mean, but just like sure, but the sheer contrast between the Impossible Planet Satan Pit directly to Fear Her and Love and Monsters. I mean, you gotta admit the contrast there is insane.
It's crazy.
But yeah, anyway, Fear Her.
But it's all subjective. Like, there's probably someone out there right now who maybe have a similar ranking to us, and I bet you they just swap where Love and Monsters and Fear Her are. I bet you there's someone out there that would do that.
Absolutely.
And you're entitled to...
My sister would. My sister genuinely would.
There you go,
we watched a lot of these growing up, and I was always like, I never liked Fear Her, but Love and Monsters I was kind of cool with. She never liked Love and Monsters, but really liked Fear Her.
There you go.
Maybe it spoke to her. You know, my sister was a similar aged girl to Chloe Webber at the time. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something that I can't speak from my experience.
Maybe you can't. Stop assuming you can talk for everyone, Chris Bates. It's disgraceful.
I know. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Frankly, I'm appalled by your behaviour.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna ghost you, but there is an army of ghosts.
Oh, if you're not careful, this will be our doomsday.
We gotta subscribe, everyone.
Not that one. Not that doomsday. Not that one.
No.
You don't know what we're talking about? Don't worry about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Series 2 finale, Army of Ghosts and Doomsday. Crispy, let's just work backwards. Why are these both going in S tier?
Oh, because it's just probably one of the most iconic two-parters in all of Doctor Who. One of Russell's best finales. This is the one that all the Tumblr girlies will never shut up about. This is like this one.
Hearing you say Tumblr girlies.
This one went multi-platinum on that platform. If you're watching the video version, you can see the thumbnail for Doomsday is the bit as Rose is trying to touch like the doctor's face on Bad Wolf Bay before he disappears. It's one of the most harrowing scenes in all of Doctor Who. But I mean, we've got the Cybermen. We've got one of the best cliffhangers with the Daleks coming back. One of the best exchanges between the Cybermen and the Daleks. David Tennant is on top form here. It's the culmination of the entire series. We get the parallel worlds coming into play, how that's fractured the universe. It's one of the most cohesive finales that feels like, oh wow, this is a payoff. This was the payoff we wanted. We had the foreshadowing of Rose's demise. We had the foreshadowing of the Cybermen, parallel worlds, all of that. I just think it pays off spectacularly. We had the foreshadowing of Torchwood in episode 2. Everything in this two-parter works, and it's fantastic. Troy, anything to add? Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect. If you ask me to rank episodes I wish I could see in a cinema for Doctor Who, this would be up at the top or near the top.
Empire of Death.
Like, I enjoyed seeing... okay. I enjoyed seeing the reality war on the big screen. I'll stand by that one. I think it's, as it's often joked about in the UK, it's the episode that traumatized a country. You hear the Doomsday music now, you get like that one meme of the soldier having like the 1,000-yard stare. Yeah, you have flashbacks, horrid flashbacks to the day you were traumatized forever. Writing's excellent, soundtrack is excellent. Daleks and Cybermen both used effectively, which is crazy. Like they were used well. Just some really good character writing, and it has Freema Agyeman in. So that already makes it better.
That is weird. That's strange, considering she
it's crazy
in,
that it's
two episodes time. She's the companion.
It's all well and good that Karen Gillan comes back, but that's like nearly a season later. Or Peter Capaldi, that's years later. But 2 episodes between Freema being a guest cast member and then the regular companion is crazy work. Good on her, honestly, because she's astonishing.
If you thought Verita Sethu's role in Boom was strange, no, I completely forgot about Freema's in this.
Yeah.
Wow. But anyway, goated stories. Yes. I love them. But the question is, are they the best of Series 2?
I would rank them above Impossible Planet and Satan Pit, definitely.
Agreed.
On a good day, I could argue either or as to whether they're better or worse than Girl in the Fireplace. I really do not know.
I'm happy with Girl in the Fireplace being our winner for this.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful story. But
I'm just saying, look at how those episodes are spread in the tier list. What do you see right there?
I see a good spread. What do you mean?
I see a letter F for fantastic.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to be honest with you. I think some of you probably saw this coming. We are not going through an entire era of Doctor Who in one episode. No. You sat looking at the timer right now, you're thinking, this episode's about to be over. They've got loads of episodes to talk about. So, okay. We pulled a bit of a blinder on you, but I think a lot of you probably saw this coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we're obviously going to have to do this series by series, much like our old run of episodes. But like I said previously, I think it works better in this format because we can talk about episodes individually. Everything gets a bit of time to shine or not shine, depending on the episode. And it allows us to focus on things bit by bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are still plenty of calls we have not played, and a lot of them are talking about Series 3 and 4. So we will move further in with Series 3 onwards in our next episode. I'm not sure by the time this episode comes out, we are trying to get a little bit ahead. We may have done the David Tennant stuff, so As per usual, head to the SpeakPipe link in the description. Is it in the description? It needs to be in the description. Speakpipe.com/justwho'sthere, I think it is, for the inbox link. I think it's speakpipe.com/who'sthere. I'm going to verify that right now. Yes, it is. So make sure you head there. If it says Matt Smith, get calling in. Get letting us know. And try and give us opinions on different series, to help us with our episodes. Thank you very much. But this has been our thoughts on the opening section of the David Tennant era. Crispy, your closing comments, good sir?
Oh, it's not as bad a series as I thought.
It's a really good series.
It's pretty good. Damn good, actually.
Maybe it's a hot take. I'm of the mind that Doctor Who gets consistently better as it goes on from series 1 through 5.
Wow.
Oh, well, 4 and 5, same level. Maybe not 5 better than 4. But I could back people saying...
Oh, but I mean, Series 1 is just an insanely good series.
I thought you were going to go Series 6. I thought you were going to back your guy there.
No, well, look, any day for Series 6. But...
Actually, do you know what? The most exciting thing about this series is Crispy's going to be so happy. When we get to Series 6, there won't be an hour of random talk before it.
Thank God. That was a mess. My favourite series. You spent forever talking about Pale Waves.
Yeah, because they're a great band. Get over it.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about a great series that episode.
Do you know what's funny? When is their next tour?
I swear, Troy, we're not having it.
I am not kidding you.
We are
They are
not
going on tour again later in this
coincide.
year, and I think it somewhat lines up with Series 6.
If I swear,
Let
if
me
history
see.
repeats itself,
okay,
I'll be so
hang on.
mad.
Series 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're in luck. It's about a month before.
Thank God.
Or a month after the episode, sorry. So it's all right. You're protected. I'll protect you from the shrapnel.
Series 10's going to be in trouble.
Not
is
happening.
what I'm hearing.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast, where we started to rank the David Tennant era of Doctor Who. As you said, tier list to be in the description on YouTube. If it isn't there immediately, sit tight till I remember to get it up there. But thank you all for listening and watching. As always, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Spotify. Keep the support coming, especially because we didn't actually talk about it in this episode, but it has now been confirmed the War Between the Land and the Sea is not coming till next year.
Next year.
Maybe we'll have to talk about that at the start of next episode too. As well as the mystery film that I saw that I really want to talk about for like 2 minutes, and I don't want to lump it in the middle of a Doctor Who discussion. But yeah, that's been confirmed to not be coming till 2026. So you have to stick with us, guys. We're going to be going through a lot of things. We got this series for the next few weeks / month or two. It's going to be exciting. We're looking forward to getting through it all with you. Hope you all enjoy it too. But after that, maybe go some Classic Who, maybe do some different things. If you've ever got suggestions for episodes, let us know. We'd love to see what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
And you never know.
Yeah,
we might just listen to you. We might
we're
just.
all ears.
We're all ears. Well, we're not all ears. There are multiple other body parts on us, Crispy, but that's a good idea for a Doctor Who episode.
What? The girl in the fireplace?
The attack of the ears.
The all ears.
Just lots of ears everywhere. Imagine that's a Doctor Who episode.
That's my favourite Russell T Davies show. Ears and Ears.
And you know what, mate? That'd be great on Big Finish.
What? Oh yeah, because true.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching this episode. But until next week, it is goodbye from Crispy.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. See you all next week. Alan Z, baby.
Alon Z.